Welcome to Frost & Sullivan's Growth Podcast. In each episode, we take a deeper look at transformative shifts shaping global ecosystems, from industry megatrends and technology innovation to evolving customer expectations. Today, we are exploring a big question. What if the future of immunology isn't about discovering the next big drug, but about re-engineering how we understand and target the immune system itself? The field of immunology is going through a transformation unlike anything we've seen before. Autoimmune, cancer, and inflammatory diseases are rising worldwide, and the way we approach treatment is changing fast. Mechanism-based precision therapies, biosimilar disruption, and next-gen biologics are rewriting the rules. Right now, the global immunomodulator therapeutics market is worth over $60 billion. And according to Frost & Sullivan's latest research, it's on track for rapid acceleration from 2024 to 2030, fueled by breakthroughs in monoclonal antibodies, small molecule therapies, and entirely new mechanisms of action. So let's break it down.
What exactly are immunomodulator therapeutics, and why do they matter now? Immunomodulators are drugs that regulate or modify how the immune system behaves, either boosting it when it's too weak or calming it down when it's overactive. They're at the center of treatments for autoimmune diseases like rheumatoid arthritis, lupus, and multiple sclerosis, cancers, where the immune system is trained to attack tumors, inflammatory disorders like inflammatory bowel disease and psoriasis. Here's the challenge. Immune-mediated diseases are incredibly complex, and traditional one-size-fits-all drugs can't keep up. That's why we're now moving toward therapies built around the exact immune pathways driving each disease, making treatments more targeted, effective, and personal.
Why is this market booming now? There are three main forces at play. First, the scale of the problem. Autoimmune and inflammatory diseases affect nearly 10% of the world's population. In the U.S. alone, about 50 million people live with autoimmune conditions, and more than 80% are women. Second, what we call the patent cliff. Big-name drugs like Humira and Stelara are losing their market exclusivity. That's opened the floodgates for biosimilars, essentially highly similar versions, and is forcing pharma companies to innovate with next-gen therapies to stay competitive. And third, the way R&D is done is shifting. Instead of classifying diseases by the organ they affect, researchers are targeting specific mechanisms. For example, cytokine pathways like interleukin-6, immune checkpoint inhibitors like CTLA-4, and newer targets such as TYK2 and FcRn. TYK2 is a protein that plays a role in inflammation linked to autoimmune diseases. FcRn is a receptor that controls how long antibodies stay active in the body. This mechanistic focus means treatments can be more precise, hitting the root cause instead of just managing symptoms.
What new treatments and technologies are changing the game? One big shift is towards small molecule therapies, especially oral or topical drugs. They're easier for patients to take and often come with fewer side effects than injectable biologics. We're also seeing bispecific antibodies, drugs that can bind to two targets at the same time, potentially improving results and simplifying treatment. And then there are new antibody drugs in clinical trials for autoimmune diseases, transplant rejection, and other tough-to-treat conditions.
Where are the biggest growth opportunities? Antibody therapies for autoimmune and inflammatory diseases are expected to exceed $60.6 billion by 2030. We're seeing high-profile deals like AbbVie acquiring Celsius Therapeutics for its IBD-focused antibodies, and Biogen buying Human Immunology Biosciences to advance new transplant therapies. Women's health in immunology is also a huge untapped market. Autoimmune diseases are already the fourth leading cause of disability in women. So improving early detection and developing targeted therapies here could dramatically expand the market.
What challenges still stand in the way? Even with all this momentum, there are hurdles. Regulatory approval for new mechanisms of action can take longer and cost more. Immune-related side effects remain a serious concern. And in many public health systems, cost and reimbursement limitations still block access to advanced therapies.
From the erosion of blockbuster drug dominance to the rise of biosimilars and precision immunology, the next decade will be defined by innovation, speed, and strategic agility. The companies that thrive will be the ones that can reimagine immunology, not just by treating disease, but by truly understanding and controlling the immune system itself. Accelerate your growth journey with Frost & Sullivan. Explore our latest growth webinars, strategic insights, and innovation-driven frameworks at frost.com. And if you would like to learn how we help organizations identify, prioritize, and act on growth opportunities, contact us at hello@frost.com.